My name is Connor Williams, soon to be joined by my project partner and fellow classmate, Austin Kile. This evening we're going to bring you our proposal for the William Gay Summer Camp. We've chosen the specific title, Keep Her Voice Alive, for several different reasons, but one key important reason in which I'll mention in the vision. The vision that we have in mind for this project is we plan on expanding on William Gay Summer Camp. But while expanding on that, we want to bring true attention to his foundation. And that foundation is to bring awareness of domestic violence in the house. By using Mr. Gay's words, we want to keep his mother's voice alive by bringing the community together and doing as much as he can for his community. Mr. Gay loves his community, and I think that goes without saying. But it's not the only place that domestic violence is spreading. Domestic violence seems to be a key crime that tends to be having a rise all over the United States. Mr. Gay has taken it under his own financial obligation to help have a summer camp for children and bring awareness to help lower this crime. Why have this summer camp? The summer camp is a good way to spread his foundation, which right now seems to not be happening as much as he wishes. It is our job, our obligation, and our duty to do what we can as a class to bring true light not only to his camp, but to his foundation. Although this foundation is built primarily for kids of all ages, young and older, this also brings a sense of pride, a sense of dignity, a sense of fellowship among families, parents, children of all ages, everyone coming together to not only have fun, but to realize just how important domestic violence is. We have several ideas in mind, but the biggest idea we have is to bring athleticism with a message. This event is planned for all ages. It can be held on June 10th, on or around the second week of June, or any time in early summer when NFL is out of season and Mr. Gay can gather help and sponsorships from other players. The duration of the youth camp will be a day-to-day schedule. We will have everything from sports camps to talks, to guest speakers, to sporting events, to not only, like I've said, bring together young kids in an athletic way, but to also bring kids together and bring awareness to how domestic violence is tearing down homes across the Southeast. Next, I'd like to invite my fellow classmate in, Mr. Kile, to go over who, where, and how much we plan to budget.
To keep this camp as local as possible, we would like to use those known as hometown heroes, or athletes from Tallahassee, such as Florida State athletes, or even people like Dalvin Cook or Devontae Freeman, who graduated from Florida State. For our budget, we have incorporated a budget of roughly $4,500 to $6,500. That'll be for the one-day camp of the bounce houses, snow cone machines, all the fun things that young kids like. Then while also incorporating your 3-day camp, the money that we're asking for is going to go towards board, resources, and food. We won't need much supplies for during the 3-day camp, as you can do 7-on-7s, Oklahomas, any type of individual drills to try and help those high school players improve their statistics. Right now, I would like to invite my project partner, Connor Williams, back to go over the purpose, the outcomes, and the project alignment with you.
All right, thank you, Shah. So as my project partner stated, I will be going over the purpose, the alignment, and the expected outcomes of this camp. What's the purpose? The purpose is not only to raise athleticism, to raise the awareness for athleticism, but to raise the awareness of domestic violence in the home. As Mr. Gay has personally experienced this in his own life, this is something that he has gone through and experienced and has created a foundation to prevent. The purpose is to critically evaluate, create, and employ a strategic marketing plan to help market not only his camp, but his foundation. The alignment is Mr. William Gay hosts a summer camp to not only encourage kids to be athletic, but to also ensure that these kids are being raised and mentored in the correct manner. There are several different outcomes that we expect from this. unfortunately, in this type of environment, outcomes aren't necessarily seen immediately. The outcomes from this project, the outcomes from this foundation, are generally seen over a period of time. The expected outcomes that we have is to see kids not only remaining and keeping an athletic lifestyle, but are also happier. Domestic violence brings a sense of sadness and brings a sense of hopelessness to the home. Mr. William Gay's summer camp is used to prevent that and to get kids' minds off of that and to show that happiness and athleticism can be the key, can be the true key to living and leading a happier lifestyle. Next, I'd like to allow Mr. Austin here again to go over our success metrics, our outcome metrics, and required metric data for this presentation.
Thank you, Connor. One key aspect of marketing is data analysis. Under data analysis, we can measure the success or non-success of our proposal plan. When we begin to measure the success, we can take and review data analysis from the past summer camps to see how successful the camp really has been, such as how many kids have registered, does the message of the camp extend beyond the camp environment, are there changes within the community that Mr. Day is trying to reach out to and impact. The success of this can be measured more on an extended period after the camp. You will know if the intended outcome has been met when your clients are happy. Your clients are your customers, and it is the goal of the camp and the project to not only better these kids or who they are, but to also improve and motivate families to come together and to stay away from violence within the home, but also to stay active in sports. The data that we need to truly measure the success of this camp is prior camp statistics. Basically, how useful was the budget? How many people have signed up? How many people attended? And how many people took away something important from this camp? The goal of the camp is to promote crime prevention within the home.
With that being said, I'll finish this presentation out with the evaluation and the promotion. Some of the best methods for evaluating the success of this camp are survey tools. SurveyMonkey, checklists to make sure that all of your camp criteria was met, sending out surveys to the family, sending out surveys to the public, just to get the general public's thought and idea on how successful they think the camp will be. But true success is defined by how happy your customers are, how happy these children are, how happy they are to be out there, to be athletic, to have fun, but also to bring a competitive spirit to the field. One of the key aspects in evaluation and the success of this camp is promoting it. The reason that this is one of the biggest aspects of this proposal is because it meets one of the 4 major P's of marketing. How are you going to get the word out? How are you going to promote your camp? There are several ways. Some require additional funding, some require additional sponsorships, and some require additional donations. The best way, most efficient way, and most effective way to stay out of your budget is by using your own social media websites. The William Gay Foundation, having your primary marketing agents reach out to the public and show that even though this camp is only hosted once a year, it's something that can be detrimental to the success of a child's young life. So with that being said, this is our proposal for the 2017 William Gay Summer Camp. We understand the importance of William Gay's foundation and his summer camp to not only bring a message of athleticism, but to bring a message of hope to young children and to families, and to show that just by being active and being around people, sometimes implied messages can bring the impact that can change lives. With that being said, We hope you enjoy this proposal. We hope you enjoy reading it. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. We're here to promote Keep Her Voice Alive. This is Connie Williams and Austin Kile signing off.
Stay classy, town.